And now it's time for your Fresh Bait Friday weekly fish report, brought to you in part by.
Welcome to Big Fish Radio, Venice, Florida. I'm Captain Mac, and today's guest, Dangler, the up-and-coming angler from Fresh Bait Friday, Venice, Florida's one and only South Jetty fishing show. So, Dangler, the question everyone is asking is why? Or better yet, why do you sacrifice so much time just to give the South Jetty fishing report?
I've been asking myself that same question, and the other day I was just thinking about it. I just started, learning how to fish out here, learning the regulations for Florida, and all the different species and the seasons, and really getting up to date and putting in some hours. And next thing you know, I'm doing the South Jetty fishing report. So it's pretty exciting overall, man. So we're excited about things.
Nice. What did it take to get up to speed on the South Jetty fish?
Well, to get where I'm at, the hours have been the backbone, honestly, and trial by error with all the different lures, trying to learn what works, what doesn't. But it has been super helpful having old school anglers out here kind of give me some guidance and some tips on what works and what doesn't. So got to give them props for sure.
Man, right on, Dangler. That's good to hear. So, what can we expect when tuning into the show?
Well, as you know, a big part of the show, man, is the fishing report, obviously, for the South Jetty here in Venice, Florida, and the surrounding area up to Sarasota and down the ICW, the Intercoastal Waterway, all the way down to Inglewood. We try to keep you updated with the lures, what's working, what's not, what's worth the money. Also, the spots change, just like keeping you updated with what fish are running. You miss a couple days, you go back out, something else is running. So different situation with the fish. So we try to keep you updated, and keep it accurate for sure. But, that's pretty much the gist of the show. And I appreciate you having us on, Captain Mac. I appreciate your time.
Well, anglers, there you have it, straight from the Dangler himself. So tune in each week to Fresh Bait Friday to catch the South Jetty fishing report. Remember where you heard it first, Big Fish Radio, Venice, Florida. I'm your host, Captain Mac, and thanks for listening.
Welcome to Fresh Bait Friday's weekly fish report. This week started off okay with some jacks and macks up and down the beaches in Venice and the ICW. As the week went on, though, turned into a pompano and flounder feeding frenzy up and down the coast. I pulled in 2 pompano and a flounder at the jetty. There's some big reds and some nice trout also being pulled in on the intercoastal down in Inglewood and Lemons Bay all the way north of Blackburn. So the week's rounding off right and the month of December starting off right. Hopefully that's a trend that'll set and go through the holidays and bring us into the new year. Remember, it's mullet season out there, so not only are the mullet running in the intercoastal, a lot of boats as well. So be cautious and courteous out there. Thanks for watching the weekly fish report here on Fresh Bait Friday. I'm Dangler, your host, and have a wonderful weekend. Okay, everybody, Stump's Pass is definitely awesome. If I had more time, I'd stay longer, but coming to an end on Fresh Bait here. Got a big sheepshead, quite a few bites earlier. Pretty sure it was flounder I couldn't get in on Inglewood Beach. So we'll hit this again. This is definitely a hot spot. Just look at this around me. This is absolutely awesome. It's a huge beach area with a lot of seashells. Behind me is a little bay where the intercoastal is right there. And then that's where it goes back up around me into the intercoastal both ways. So this is definitely a gorgeous place and one that I will be coming back to for sure. Slay some more fish. All right. Thanks for joining. Peace, love, all them fish. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Lures Corner. I'm Dangler, your host, and thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to give you an update on the Silly Willy or the Pompano rigs. As you all know, there's several different variations of this lure. So different name brands, different setups from line to circle rings, you name it, and build them yourself, which is what I've been doing. The chartreuse is what I was using. Switched over to the pink today to try that out, and that's what brought my pompano in. As I said before, I got a lot of bites, couldn't get anything hooked on it. It's kind of difficult, but when it comes to the pompano, obviously, and the flounder, you can definitely get those set in there good and pull those in. So definitely upgrading it to a 2-reel. And now it's time for an update on the DOA Bait Buster. That's right, brought in my 33-inch snook last week. This week, tried it out, got quite a few different hits on it. Started using the green with the watermelon colored speckles in it. It's very similar to a lot of the topwater frogs and worms and different creatures you can get with zoom baits for freshwater. bluefish, jack, mackerel, and snook all hit this one as soon as I threw it in. So it's definitely a good color. The other ones that were the white metallic body with the different colored tails, I didn't get a whole lot. Ran the purple one with the speckles in it. I got a couple of snook following that up, so I definitely know that's kind of similar to the watermelon. Definitely a good color, but the black and white one has brought me the most fish, got me the most hits overall. But I'll keep you updated on the DOA. Still, 2 reels up. And now we're going to try out a new lure for the pompano and maybe some flounder called the naked balls jig. I've seen it quite a few times. It looks like you can build it yourself, and there's a few different people that make it. I'm using this particular brand right here. Think it'll be a good hit out there. So as that ball bounces across, I'm sure it's going to hit those flounder, getting them up off the bottom, and going to get an attack or a bite for sure. Well, the naked ball jig picture shows a flounder and a pompano, so hopefully that'll bring in both those fish. I'll give you an update and let you know how it goes. Also, we're going to try out another lure for some pompano, maybe some flounders, see what else we can get on it. It's a Captain Joe's Wobble. It looks like kind of a chartreuse green or a neon green with some speckles in it. Got a little eyes on it and a nice flare on the tail that looks iridescent. So that'll definitely get some reflection going. So I'm going to throw this down there and at the jetty and some other places and see if we can't get some more pompano and or some good fish either way. So hopefully it's a good lure. We're going to try this out on Fresh Bait Friday. We're always keeping it fresh and trying new things. And to wrap it up, we're going to talk about the gotcha. There's the gotcha, the tsunami. There's different name brands. There's different weights. There's different colors. You name it. It's definitely a very versatile lure. Jigging them, swimming them, you can do all kinds of things. I've pulled in everything from slot snook to snapper. I've gotten hits on grouper. So it's definitely got a 2-reel rating in my book. Thanks for stopping by the Lures Corner. We'll keep you updated on the progress with the lures we've been talking to you about and the new ones we're trying out. So remember, on Fresh Bait Friday, we're keeping it fresh and trying new things. I'm Dangler, your host, and thanks for watching.